Hello, boys and girls, my name is Otsusi and welcome back to Factorio. Thank goodness it's time again for more Factorio. Last time we managed to set up a bit of a factory here for red and green science. It's going quite good, but we need more. Not necessarily on the science, while science speed is not that high. Um, I think for now it's okay because it's eventually it would also be limited uh, by the uh, by the amount of materials that we can smelt. And this is just a starter base, so the focus today is mainly on getting ahead, uh, setting up production for all the materials that we need to get ahead, which is basically logistics like belts, inserters, assemblers, and so on, but also rail because we are on a rail world and we want to make use of that fact. Um, so let me craft a few items here. And we will start off with set up for the belts, yellow belts, red belts, which are queued up here. Then the whole inserters that we need, plus the first two assembly machines, and then we have to see how to manage or come up with a setup that can also produce the rail infrastructure. It is, as I have feared, with this additional production, we are sucking the iron dry. So what I did to help this is I added a few more miners. So now we actually get a tiny bit of backlog of iron ore here, but we can see it's still not a full yellow belt, and that's because we probably need the steel furnace for that. So to start with that, I have set up a temporary smeltery for our bricks here, so we can replace that setup. Now it's a false one, and that should then get us a full yellow belt, because obviously not having enough iron does not only slow this process down here, but it also has an effect on our research, which we want to avoid. But here we can see we have 6 assemblers for gears. Then we have here the yellow belt production. This one is for the red one, which we're currently researching. Then up here we have inserters, and further up we can then have the assemblers. There we make this, and here we have those ones. So that means that wants to be 1 over. Wrong recipe, this one. So we give that over. And then here we need this and that. That. Only need the gears from here. We need green circuits. Yeah, we need it also here. Now let's bring that over to this side. And we have here everything. Here we're only missing steel. I can bring that up here on the side. One more. Let's make it this way. And then have a bit of underground there. And why not? Let's use a long-handed insert there. And in the meantime, we have the these ones. So output can have that one down here. I think we only need 4 stacks. Need a few more chests. Then here we also need 4 stacks. And I think for the assembler ones we don't need any additional storage. We have 1 stack in here, but I think we will go right away to the blue ones. And that is this setup. So let's wait and for enough bricks to be smelted, so we can boost the iron smelting. That should help. And we also see that steel cannot keep up, but we will sort everything out eventually. Now that we have a somewhat stable production going on, let's turn our attention to the next thing, which is rail. And for rail, or more precisely the locomotives, we need engines. So I think we will try to squeeze engines in here. Maybe have 4 machines for the assembly. Or do it that way. Down here I think we can have the gears. Then here we have the pipes. And then here on top we have, of course, the steel. That should give us everything that we need. Also have a bit of the long-handed inserters. And let's put the things out here. How fast is that? 10 seconds. I don't think we need that many. However, what we might want to do is maybe have a few in a box so we can craft, for example, a car with it. And we are currently researching the railway, and for the tracks we need stone. So let's set up a bit of mining on our tiny stone patch that we have here. Just need enough to get going. That should be more than sufficient, I think. And then connect here. We want to bring that over to that side somehow, but we need a bit more belts for that. And then until we get the stone over there, hopefully we have the railway research, and we can actually look into what we need in order to set up the production facility. With everything here, we can take a look at what we need. For sure, we need rails, we need locomotives, we need wagons, we will also need pipes and tanks, or tanks and pipes would also be a good call. We also want to have electric poles, pumps, and so on, and then of course signals. I think we will do the rails here, because then we can basically do it this way, and there we need sticks for, and we need iron. Get that this way. Then we also need steel. We need steel here. We need iron here. And here we'll pack that in there. And we will have it this way. Then we also need sticks here. So let's make this and that, and move that over that way. we need steel in addition. We can get that. And we need, we make it this way. And here we can produce copper wire that we get in that way. And have copper here with a bit more belt action. That's why we built that setup first, so we can easily expand to our needs. So here we need output, output, output. Let's make this a big one. Nice. Then we need wagons. Let's produce a few more gears here, and let's have wagons there, which need steel, iron, and gears. And gears also need that. Nice. And we can have output here. We need more chests. And then locomotives. Here we need steel. We need the engines, and we need circuits. Circuits we can get from there. It's easy. And engines. I think for now we only need it for the locomotives. We can do it that way. And if we have it there, everything is nice, and we shall have 2 stacks. And probably here we might need the green circuits also for the signals. We will see once the research is done, and also the tanks that we need there. And then we can do a bit more research. There's still a few things that we can do with just red and green. Now let's figure that out. Here, let's have the train stops, these signals, those signals. Here we will have the fluid wagon. Let's have them here. That works better. And up here, let's do it this way. We can have pipes. We can have pipes. So these go in directly. And the pipes will bring down this way. That's 2. And here we have steel. And then well, let's put steel down here and we can save those 2. Have gears here. And bring them over that way. That should be everything here. Now here we need sticks, we need steel, and we need iron. And we need these ones. I think 2 will be sufficient. Here we also need iron in addition. And the same is true up here. So here let's grab, because in this setup we do not really care for fast speed, so these inserters should be sufficient. Right. Oh, we're lacking steel. But here signals we're producing. Oh. Here we need the steel and the iron, and here we just need iron. Yes. So let's also add a box here. So we will need those, and then we can also have underground. Like this. And grab ourselves a bit more electric poles. And what else do we need? These ones. Engines, well, they also need steel. Okay. Let's try it this way. Should get it out. I think here one stack is enough. And we need the engines that we have here. Let's bring them over there. Like this. And then I think we are pretty much set for starting with railways. Let's have a noble lamp up here, so everything is somewhat lit up. And as we can see now, iron is low again because we have just pumped up our production, and I also added a few more furnaces for the steel, so that's eating into it as well. But we made good progress, and I think next time we can think about laying out the rail network. Until then, goodbye!